Hello, my name is Kyle, and welcome to some Liberation and Piazza gameplay. I'm just gonna throw out my opinions on the maps that were just released by Infinity Ward for the elite members. Decided to get off the break that I was on from Modern Warfare to try out the new maps. And first things first, the bad Liberation. Not a fan of it. It reminds me of, let's say, Wasteland or Overgrown. It's a really big map. It probably favors snipers and, just long sight lines and more campy type gameplay. It's really not my thing, so I just can't get excited about this map at all. It's just way too big for what it is. I think it might be great for ground war, but normal game types, not so much. The spawn seems kind of wonky on it too. Got some really odd deaths here and there. But I mean, here I am just trying to figure out the map, and I know there's a sniper around here. I just had this wild feeling, and I'm gonna find this chucklehead. I mean, look at this. This guy just clipping right here, just sniping away like a little douchebag. Okay, that's just my feelings about, clipping and sniping. If that's your gameplay style, hey, keep on doing it. My opinion is mine alone, and it is what it is, right?
Counter UAV is up.
I just can't really say enough about how much I dislike this map. The engagements are just way too far off and way too into distance, as you can see, and it just doesn't really fit my gameplay style.
Enemy UAV spotted.
Every once in a while, you see people running around. I think that's just a rare occasion, the fact that we're all trying to learn the maps.
The enemy is
But
jamming our radar.
I'm gonna run into the situation in a couple of seconds from now. I'm gonna try to get to Dom point. I'm gonna look around, and right here, they happen to get it, so I'm like, I don't have to stick around. So I'll go to explore the map a little bit more, and the clipping snipers. Yep, the guy is just camping back there. I couldn't do anything about it right now. Yeah. And look at the kill cam. I mean, this guy just scoped up, hey, oh, hey, and ducked back down to hide. How do you find that fun? I just can't. I'm sure I could come to grips with playing on Liberation, just so if I just need to just slow down my gameplay, just use the longer sight lines, and use more assault rifles, and just take my time. But instead of focusing on the bad, let's go back to the good, Piazza. I thoroughly like this map. I think it's going to be the map that I'm going to consistently vote for, just like Mission or Dome or Seatown. I just prefer these type of maps just because the engagements are fast and quick. There is very little lag or delay in finding people, and it makes the game feel a lot less boring that way. This is my first run through Piazza. I'm lost as hell, but I could sort of figure out the dynamics of it because it's a smaller map. You can navigate just easily in these smaller maps. Piazza is very interesting in that it has multiple exits and entrances to each location, so it doesn't feel like you're completely funneled. But the sight lines are very narrow, so guns like the shotguns like I'm using now, the USAS-12, or SMGs, I think that would be the preferred weapons for Piazza instead of assault rifles. There are some sections, like by B-Dom, there's going to be an overlook where the assault rifle may come in handy, but it's definitely a close map, which I just love. Also, been trying to figure out the game gun changes. Supposedly buffed the shotguns. It really didn't feel that way to me. The models, I was trouble with them before. It's still a hit marker machine now. So I tried that in a previous game in the older map, so I swapped out to the USAS-12. And USAS-12 seems a little bit stronger. Maybe it's just something in my head saying that it's stronger, but it always seemed like a good gun just because of the range that it had over the rest of the shotguns. Just because of that and the slow fire rate, it was a real hit or miss shotgun for me. The akimbo guns, they feel exactly the same. There's plenty of FMG9 users out there still. There were tweets and I guess commentary stating that the akimbo weapons in general are going to be nerfed, not just FMG9, which is going to be kind of a shame because I do like the Scorpions. I don't feel that they're overpowered, and they're kind of useful for using them as a long-range option when you're running a shotgun. I mean, it's not going to be like an assault rifle, but it's going to at least have slightly more reach than a shotgun would. But if they remove it, maybe I'll just switch back to a pistol secondary and pick up weapons as they go. I'd rather not do that, but you know what? If it means nerfing the FMG9s, I'm all for it. Now, said nerf is supposed to happen through a playlist change possibly, so I haven't had a chance to see if the akimbo weapons were adjusted yet, but maybe I'll hop on tonight and see if there's any difference to it. Hopefully there is. Not holding my breath. For some reason, I have very little faith in the QA testers at Infinity Ward. They're probably, I think, the worst in the business, and in my opinion, this is what they probably look like. At least that's how I feel. I mean, every time they say they patch something, they made changes for the better of the game, I feel like I'm being trolled, and every time I play and check these changes, it never really happens, you know? But all in all, I'm glad they're finally doing the DLC, they're finally bringing out the content. They're about a month late, but what can you do? Hopefully these updates are more consistent, they'll have more content on a consistent basis, and we'll get to enjoy the game a bit more just because of the new content. Hopefully everybody else that are elite members are enjoying the new maps. I'm going to try to enjoy it a little bit more. I'm going to try to get over the whole Liberation hate thing and try to figure out how to play better on that map and maybe adjust my game style. But I know I'll enjoy Piazza. I'm going to enjoy running around with shotguns even some more just because if they did buff them, it's going to be a less of a hair-pulling experience. And I'm going to just try to enjoy the game. Hopefully everybody's going to do the same, and I'll catch you later.